comfy, get cozy.
Ooh.
Do you need a blankie?
Socks off.
Socks off. Free ball it. Look at those tootsies.
Okay. So this is the first time recording on the bed.
On the bed.
But I think every episode has been over in that corner, on the green sofa, in the other room, on the other furniture. I think it's been twice over here, but I changed the furniture out that time too. So I think that's really exciting to
switch it up.
Try a new place. By the time that I'm done, every angle and area of the studio will be filmed with podcasting.
Well, it's helpful. Then everybody can see what you have.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's going to bring a fun element, I think, to it. And then by the time I look at them all in the end, I think I'll be like, yeah, that's my favorite spot. And then wrap it up there. And then really be able to nail the color and the look right now. So
try it out.
Here we are. So welcome to the Take Up Some Damn Space podcast. I'm Tonya, the owner and photographer of Beauty Marks Boudoir, which is the reason why these guests are coming back on the podcast, because they've had a session, and your podcast host.
Hi.
And this is Emily.
Hi.
Multi-sessions. I was looking through, I was going to make a post for Shelby today, which you'll kind of be able to gauge, you know, how many episodes ahead we are, but I went to go grab, in honor of the first episode launching with Shelby in there, I went to go grab some images from her first session. And as I did that, I saw that that was the same month that was your first session too.
Yeah.
So you and Shelby came into the studio for your very first time in February 2021. So,
Yeah.
that's so exciting. And how many sessions have you done since then?
Okay, I was trying to count, and then every time I'd start counting, I'd get interrupted or something would happen.
Yeah.
So I don't remember for sure. So I know there was the first one.
Your first session where you had that like black piece.
Yep.
And
the
then
black piece.
And
the pink
triangle piece, but then the pink cami.
Yep.
Cami, lace cami.
Yep.
Right?
All pink lace cami. That was that first shoot, and then I did the Coven minis.
Before that, did you do the flower shoot, or was it the Coven minis first?
I think it was the Coven. Well, no, actually, I think it was a year, because then I think we jumped to 2022.
Okay.
And I did the green piece.
Yeah, with the flowers on the floor and the white rug.
That was for my birthday the next year, because we
Okay.
actually did that session on my birthday.
Oh, yes. Forgot about that.
And then a few months later was the Coven minis.
Yes.
And I did that one with Sky.
Yep.
With the animal heads.
Friends session.
Yes, that was super fun.
Tarot cards, all the good stuff.
And then after Coven minis, I went to the Auto Ranch with you and Shelby.
Yes.
And Aaron.
Wait, how many was that now? 1, 2, 3,
See, no, this is what
4.
I do. I think of them and
Okay.
I don't count. Okay.
That's 4.
4, and then I did my couple shoot.
Was that before or after the Auto Ranch?
That was after Auto Ranch, wasn't it? Because that one was also a June shoot, because we did it for our anniversary.
True.
And because I'm pretty sure, no, I think the couple shoot was before the ranch.
And then the ranch was after, because the ranch is in August.
Right. So then it would have been
September,
a couple
August.
shoot. So I've done a shoot every year.
Speaking of ranch.
Because then I did one in January of this year.
Yeah.
So that's 6.
6.
I've done 6.
Holy crap.
Yes.
Is that wild or what?
6. I've done 6.
It's been about every other year that I've gone back to the Auto Ranch, and I just sent him a message the other day, and I messaged him a while back, and then he messaged me, and he's like, "So are we gonna pick some dates?" And I was
Those are
like,
so fun.
"Yes, please." So
fun.
yeah,
A lot of
we
fun.
travel for the ranch, for the Auto Ranch. What we do is there's a place called Johnson Auto Ranch in Summit, South Dakota. And we get all the hair and makeup done here in the studio early in the morning. And then we pack our bags and we go out to this property that has like all the coolest old cars. And we just spend the whole day there until night comes and the mosquitoes and the bugs and the crazy
Oh,
things
that was
happen.
bad,
It's
yes.
so bad.
Oh, I got eaten alive.
But the pictures are phenomenal. They're so much fun. I bring a light out, and so we still shoot in the dark and really capture some fun stuff. So
I really love the ones of you that we got that night.
did you see them?
Yes, those were so good.
Did I show you them done?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure you
Did I show any? I don't feel like I showed anybody. I don't think anybody saw them finished.
They were in my album. Because you just did
Oh,
a
yes,
photo
I
dump.
did. And then I deleted them
Yeah.
from the album right away, I think.
Okay, well, I saw them. And I thought they were great. I thought they
got
were
to see 'em.
great.
But then I was like, wait a minute. Do I want to share them? And I was torn because I didn't take them, so I didn't want
Yeah.
to share them as my business. You know what I mean?
well,
Because
yeah,
I didn't
sure.
photograph them. So then I was
Yeah.
like, I can still share them. I love them. They're really beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just
They're
that
saucy.
it's so much fun.
saucy.
But yeah, going back this
Yeah.
year, hopefully. I only had 2 dates. I could
Okay.
probably give another date, but since I'm only available every other weekend to photograph, I only had 2 dates kind of to shove out there. So it's like kind of
Okay.
hoping that we can align our schedules,
Yeah.
basically. And then I have a lot of guests that are on the like, please let me know list of when the Auto Ranch shoot comes.
I bet, yeah.
Except for I never remember who they are when the time comes.
Post.
I should have. I know. I'm going to
Yeah,
start posting
just
ahead of time. As soon as we pick
Yeah.
a date, I'm posting it out there. I mean, I remember who one person is for sure, but I forget. And
Yeah.
that's bad business because when somebody says, "Hey, when you do this, send me a message," I should write that down.
But you're probably not in a setting where it's
Exactly.
like, I can take the note and then remember to like move
Right.
the note to the right setting
Yeah.
later. Like
I should
yeah.
just make an alarm in that moment for like the next
There
day
you
to
go.
write it into somewhere.
That's
I'm
good
learning.
practice.
I'm learning. But yeah,
Learning as
so
we go.
6 sessions.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Absolutely.
It's been a really, really good time. It's been a fun adventure, learning all new technologies and how to do it and all
Yeah.
those things. So my
new world.
biggest, like one of my favorite things to ask is like, how did you find B&B? How did you find me as your photographer?
So I got a little bit of a leg up because I was able to listen to Shelby's. So
Yes.
I was able to think a little bit
You're
about
like, "Ooh."
some of these
The
things.
first
and, like,
episode, the trailer in the first episode, as of 2 days ago, have launched. So she snuck in there and got it right away.
I did my homework.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I half did my homework. So I'm pretty sure that it was just the event for the 48-hour Black Friday.
Okay, so one of the Black Friday specials, maybe the first one.
It would have been your
Would have been
first
the
one
first
because
one.
it would have been 2020 that Black Friday 2020 was when I would have seen the post for it. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was just like an event on Facebook.
That event got big. It had like
Yeah.
80 plus people interested.
Yep.
And for like boudoir photography niched down so far like that, the events blew up. It
Yes.
was wild.
I remember seeing a few of them and I'd looked at it a couple times leading up. I was like, oh man, that's actually like, that's a really good deal. And I was like, I really want to do it. That's a really good deal. And I swear I hummed and hawed over it for about like a week, 2
Yeah.
weeks. And I just kept going back and kept looking at it. And I went on the website and I was looking at the photos on the website and I was like, I want one of those. I was like, it's my turn.
Yes.
And I had a friend, she photographed my wedding for me. She's a good friend of mine. I've known her for a very long time.
Yeah.
And she had photography as just like a passion of hers. So after I got married and she photographed my wedding, my engagement photos, all of that, we were just kind of like, hey, you want to do like a mini boudoir shoot? We
Yeah.
did it in her apartment.
Yeah.
Like, super like low key.
All of my first sessions were like in my bedroom on
Right.
my black sofa before the black sofa came here.
You make it work.
You
you
do,
use
yeah.
what you can and you
And
make
when
it
you're
work.
not necessarily sure if you're
Right.
going to make a business out of it and you're just having fun, you're like, we could do it anyway.
It's a hobby.
Plus,
Yeah.
bedroom photos are super fun.
Super saucy. It's great.
So,
Yeah, so I had that, but I was like, I want like professional
Yes.
photos. Like I want that quality. And so I was like, ask for what is it? It's easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission, right? Yeah. So I was like, he'll forgive me, and I booked it, but it's
Yeah.
like at that price, like the deal that it was
Right,
for
right,
the
yes.
48 hours, like that was a really good deal. So then I did it.
So when I launched the 48-hour exclusive, so I have a session fee, which covers your whole day, hair, makeup's included, massage or lunch, the whole photo shoot, no images, and I cut that in half. Actually, it's more than half.
yeah.
When I did the Black Friday specials, so it is a hell of a deal.
Yes. It made my decision
And
that much easier.
I think that the deal, it does. It's like it's the for some people it's the financial investment. Other people it's that they just cannot convince themselves that they deserve it.
Right.
Until it's a good deal, you know.
Yep.
And I'm like, you deserve it anyway, but. Mom brain or whatever the brain or wave that we are in, or
it felt low risk.
yes, yeah, maybe that's
It felt like I think going into it, I was like, okay, I want to do that. I don't know if I feel like doing that,
Yeah.
you know. And I just had a baby.
right.
I was
Okay,
only,
that's huge. Yeah.
I was only. I mean, at the time I booked it, I was only 5 months postpartum.
Wow, he's grown so much.
Yeah, insane.
My birthday buddy.
Yeah, your birthday buddy, same birthday, birthday twins.
She didn't come to my party.
I did. Well, I didn't.
But
I
she was
made a
celebrating
point.
her kid that day, and
Yes.
then she found me somehow. We found each other.
We were going
And-
to Kingpins for him, and then I
Anyways.
had seen. I was like, "Oh, Tanya's gonna be at Kingpins."
Yes.
I'm like, maybe she'll still be there by the time we get there.
Perfect. It
'Cause
was
we
so
were going
perfect.
for dinner,
And I
We got
loved
there
giving
early.
him all the love, and he was just like, he's so cute.
He's so cute.
Yes.
He's such a lover.
You
And
made it. It was
he-
perfect.
We walked up. We said our hi. and then I had to go entertain him.
Yes.
You know, mom stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was only like 5 months postpartum when I booked it, and then I was only 7 months postpartum when I had the session.
Yes.
So I wasn't feeling great.
Right.
About my body.
So when you say low risk, you were like, okay, if I hate them all, I didn't do that. The investment is minimal.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense too, because a lot of people have that same thought of like, maybe I'll get 1 or 2 I like.
And that was it. I was like, you know, I'll do this deal. It gets me in the door. I'll take the photos. I don't have to get everything.
Yep.
I can, you know, the package options. I can choose what I want. Yeah. And I truly, honestly went into it thinking I'll get 1 or 2 great photos of myself that'll make me feel good.
Right.
It'll be a body lift on, like, lift my spirits, whatever way you want to look at it. And I'll feel good. It'll kickstart me to be happy with my body again, you know? And I ended up going for the big, not the biggest collection, but the second one. I ended up, because I couldn't pick.
Right.
There were so many good ones, and I couldn't pick, and it was very uplifting to see yourself in a different way. Mm-hmm. I know you guys talked about that too, where seeing how somebody else can see you instead of like looking in the mirror. Mm-hmm. That's so true. Right. So true.
And you were also like 1 or 2 good ones. So how did that feel when you were like flipping through? Like,
it was stressful.
Yes.
It was stressful because then I'm like going through, and then, you know, you find those 2 that are the same photo, but not the same photo.
Oh, that's always the hard one.
And then you're sitting there and you're going back and forth between these, and you're like, I can't cut anything
barely
out.
different, but the
the
are
vibe is
so different. Yeah, the vibe is totally different.
You get a different feeling when you look.
Yeah, a little bit more body, head turned a little bit more, and maybe open mouth versus closed mouth, and like the power is shifted.
All the difference.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of like, if you can relate to that, literally comment on the video. Like, tell us your experience, because there's so many people. Like, just say because it's the 2 pictures where you're like, actually, I'm just going to go dump one of these ones over here, and I'm going to keep them both. That happens so often.
Because you can't, you like the way each one, like the projection that you get from it.
And normally, this is just like statistics, one of those 2 always gets turned into wall art. Mm-hmm. Like, because they're so loved, one of those always gets turned into the almost always, not always, but it's a very, very high percentage if you have that teeter pictures, that one of those will end up on the wall.
Yeah.
And just authentically, you know, some of my collections come with a complimentary wall art in the collection, and they're just like, yep, that one. And it's so crazy how that works.
It feels so easy to make that decision too.
Right.
It feels like out of the whole photo selection process, the wall art one is the easiest one to pick, at least for me.
Yeah. I think, what do you think it was for you?
So the first session, it was the one laying on the chase.
Yeah.
Just like stretched out. Mm-hmm. And the reason.
On your tummy or your back?
I was on my back.
Okay. Yep.
And the reason, with my hands kind of down, like.
Oh yeah.
The reason that one was easy for me was because with it being that first session in postpartum, it was I looked at my body with the most admiration.
Okay.
In that photo.
Yeah.
And at the time, that was when you had the bigger canvas with that package. So it's the slightly bigger canvas.
Okay. Yeah.
Not the big guy, but like in between.
Yeah.
It's that size. And when I hung that up on my wall in my bedroom, and my husband was like, damn. And I was like, damn. And then looking at it all the time, I was like, damn.
Whew. I got tingles.
It was just a reminder. I'm like, damn, okay. Like, despite what you're like seeing when you look in the mirror.
All the things you've been feeling are really not really real. They're valid, but not really real.
And that was
beautiful.
It was great to see that. And to have such a big piece of it in my bedroom that I saw every day. Like, it just felt really good. So that was like a really easy one. Then the metal wall art I did on the birthday shoot.
Yes.
And that one.
That was the flower one.
Yeah, and it was.
It's hanging in my office.
Yeah, because you got the whoopsie print.
I whoopsied it and ordered it all jacked up, so I had to tape it sideways to make it look whatever.
It was ordered vertical or whatever. Yeah.
I don't even think I did that. I think they did that.
Yeah, they just printed it wrong.
But I was like, okay.
Or they hung the thing.
Yeah,
on it.
the mount.
Yeah.
The picture is supposed to be horizontal, and they put a vertical mount on it, so it just looked wonky when it was hanging. So now I have it in my office.
Yeah. And it's beautiful.
It's so good.
And that one was just easy. There was like the connection in the photo and the colors in the photo.
Right.
Like, that one was really easy to
I think that whole image was more about like maybe even more of the session entirely, but just self-connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it was boudoir, but not like, it wasn't as much like sexual as it was connected.
Yes.
And
That's a good way to look at
so
that.
powerful.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about it that way.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still absolutely sexy. Like, that comes with it.
But yeah, they're beautiful photos,
Yes.
and you still feel great, and you look great in them, and yeah.
And your partner probably still liked them.
Oh yeah. Well, that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a fun day.
Did you ever send me any reaction videos for...
I sent you the reaction of the butt painting that we did.
I forgot about that. I feel like it was...
Oh, I snorted.
He was... I feel like he was slightly disappointed in us. But
No,
also,
he thought it was the most amazing
did
thing
he?
he's
I
ever
was
seen.
like, I was trying to like read him, and when you gurgle, but it was like, I think she's in trouble, but maybe a good kind of trouble.
Oh,
I
no,
don't even right now.
He literally thought it was the most hilarious thing.
Oh my gosh.
So he had no idea what I was going to show him when I
Yeah.
turned the canvas around. And then now, so we've moved
Yes.
last year, and we're rebuilding our closet
Yes.
and our bathroom, which is always, I hung it up in our closet.
Yeah.
Because
Slightly vulgar.
it's a little vulgar.
A little over the, I mean, not over my edge, but it's over the edge.
You know, if my kid walked in and saw it and asked me a question and then was
Yeah,
like,
it's that question.
the neighbors come over to play, come look at this picture of my mom's butt. And I'm like, maybe don't.
The regular, if it wouldn't have taken it to the next level, the regular butt picture wouldn't have even been that bad.
Beautiful. I would have hung it in my hallway.
Sure, come look, it's fine.
Yes, but we went the extra step and made it extremely vulgar. And he has been asking where we're going to hang it. Like, he can't wait to get it hung back up on the wall. So
Maybe in the spot, you could tape like a fuzzy.
like around it?
Yeah, like a butt plug or something. Like just like to the spot.
Or put like
just
a jewel.
sensor. Or like
A jewel
a
over
post-it note on a little clip.
Just sticking over
for
it.
funny.
And lift for a peeper, like peep.
Or don't look
whatever.
if you will be offended.
Right.
So good.
I think what's more fun about that is how we made it.
Oh my gosh, I thought for sure I might
process.
have embarrassed or the people that came would never come back again. Because I was like, we all know each other, you know? And I was like, are we making them uncomfortable? But at the same time, I was like, I'm having a good time and this is funny.
They all seemed like they were fine.
I think so.
They
I
all
think
seemed
it
like
was
they were
all right.
having a good time.
So then after that, was all the 2 wall arts that you have?
Those are the 2 wall arts that
Okay.
I have.
Yes.
Yes. And then I have the crystal album from the couple shoot.
Oh, okay,
And
let's
then-
give them a little look.
So this is always on display.
Look at how gorgeous that is.
And then
Ooh, their couple session was so much fun.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Which one would you say is his favorite?
Like, look at that.
Steamy!
Look at that.
Which session is his favorite? Yeah.
Out of all of them,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the most recent one because we did the nudescapes during it.
Oh, yes.
So he's a big fan.
And we slowed down.
Yes.
Like the demure that,
Yeah.
and that one is, oh gosh.
I think that one's also my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I loved the couple
Oh, for sure.
shoot in a different way. So I don't
Well-
know that I can really put that on the same.
And I talk about that. I talk about each session. You're a whole different person. Even if it's only 1 year, you can look back and love and honor who you were then. But you're like, ooh, this one was great because.
Yes.
And now you're like, I'm not even who that person was. I've grown. My kid's
Right.
grown. We're all grown.
Yeah, I'll agree. Very different.
Yeah.
It was part of my journey to where I am
Yeah.
today, which is finally very comfortable and like it is what it is. you
Right,
know?
right.
I don't feel like I'm searching to find a piece of myself anymore. Very comfortable with myself. So it, and this has helped immensely
Yeah.
along that process. Just because, again, going back to the seeing yourself from somebody else's perspective.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get in your own head about what you look like every day and,
Reverse
being
in the
so
mirror and from an
critical.
awkward angle.
Oh
and
no, you're on my bad side. My hair doesn't look good. Like right now, this is probably not my good side. I would choose to have it on that side.
Right.
But I don't care. Like, I'm fine. The product is what the product is.
Right.
If I was having a conversation with people right now, somebody would be sitting right there.
Right.
They're going to see that side of me and I have zero control over that.
Like I'm existing in this space like this all the time.
This is what it is.
Yes.
So it's been really fun to incorporate more of that into the sessions and have like the photos to show
Right.
the change. It's really fun.
So your first session, you would say, was more of like a celebration postpartum, like just loving yourself kind of a session.
Yep.
And then your last session, what do you feel about that one?
I look at them and I'm like, that's me.
Yeah.
You
feel at home?
It's confident.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. I mean, I can't share a lot of the photos because we went there.
Yeah.
A huge part of it too, that was the first session that I had after my breast reduction.
Yes.
A part of my body that I was insanely uncomfortable with.
Okay,
and
yeah.
not for any other reason than I just didn't like having large breasts. It didn't feel like it fit my frame. It felt like it made me look heavier set than I was. And that was all a me problem.
Yeah.
You know, and mobility wise, there were things like that along with it too, that, you know, you lay on your side to go to bed at night and you want to roll over and you have to peel your boob out of your armpit.
Right.
You like, you know, all of that
just
kinds of
little
stuff.
discomforts and little things that, you know.
And I noticed like I carried myself differently after the reduction.
Right.
And then this was the first session that I had since then.
Right.
And I can see that I'm more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, other people looking at the photos might not notice the difference in it, but I can see it.
Right.
Just looking at photo A to photo B.
Right.
I look so much more comfortable.
Right. And what you're remembering also is how you felt during your photo shoot. Like, okay, so which I never knew how big of a deal you felt about your boobs.
Right.
Like in session 1, I never knew that at all. But I mean, in the size, just by laying there and how you arrange and all those kind of things versus how you get to do that now.
Right.
Like I can see how for yourself that would be something where that would just be a better comfort for you.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in if something about you wake up and it's in your heart or it's in your brain and it's on your mind and it's at you every day, do what you want with that.
Right.
Like take care of yourself. I know so many people who have like had a breast reduction because it just didn't feel like who they are. And I feel it's 2024. Change it.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
what you want.
You don't like that? Okay.
Fine.
I love that. And I love the comfort and the peace and the home sense that it brought to you in your body too.
Yeah. It was kind of the last thing of finding myself and becoming truly comfortable with who I was. It was getting rid of something that I felt like made me not comfortable. Like it affected what I chose to wear on the daily. It affected my activities on the daily. Like all of those things that I held myself back from doing because it made me uncomfortable.
Right.
So it's very much a celebration at the end and like confidence
I love
in that last session. That's a lot more what it is. It's really hard to not like put all those photos out there and just be like, look at me now.
Look at them. But I mean, those are great photos too. And you know what? I think you stayed clothed, except for in the nude skates, of course. But they were in the bed. They were that like, every angle was different with that photo shoot because the way I photographed that one part, I just love it so much. But they do feel very intimate, even though you're like all covered up, like bikini covered.
Yeah, definitely.
They do have a really powerful kind of a vibe to it. And I think even that sometimes feels like it can't be shown, not because of the nudity, but because of the power and the passion, or like when you look at it, like
how it's perceived.
Yeah, the leading lines in the images, and like the fact that it's just a real close up of like beautiful angles, but really nothing showing at all.
No,
but it feels like I shouldn't be looking.
It feels naughty.
Or like it's just so powerful, I shouldn't look. Like goddess vibes in a way. It's really cool. It's so cool.
I loved it. It's hands down my favorite so far. It really is. And just like that style that we went for that time, and the little bit more like raw industrial shots that we threw in there too.
Which one are you thinking of?
We used these lights and we just put it behind me, but we left them on like the yellow tone. And with the black background still.
Oh, yes.
And we just left it. It was like really raw and industrial.
It was a very behind the scenes type of picture.
Yeah.
It felt magazine.
It was awesome. I love like the one where I'm just on my side looking. I absolutely love that picture.
A little bit of side boob action. Like that's a great shot for sure.
Martin's wallpaper is the silhouette of my back. And he has it, and like you can see like just like the top of some butt cheeks. You know?
Yeah.
But he really likes that photo because of my back and like how muscular it looks.
Yeah.
And it was just something like, and you had said the same thing when we were picking the images, like look at your back and the definition in it. That's not something I ever get to see.
Right.
I don't get to see my back.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like back there. So then I got to see it. And I'm like, oh, dang.
It's very nice.
That does look pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fun. So, yeah, I'd say
So
that.
your favorite session is the last one. Which one was his favorite session, you said?
I think this most recent one.
Yeah, that one too?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the nudescapes, you said.
The nudescapes. And the nipple piercings, too. You know, getting those.
I forgot that you did that.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as
That
well.
was my birthday present
We're
when I turned
going
30.
I love that.
That was my 30th birthday present. I couldn't feel it anyway because of the surgery.
Oh, glorious.
Yeah.
I want that. I
That's
want
the time to do
temporary
it.
numbing.
No
So
regrets.
that you're like, whatever, do the other one.
Try it.
We're fine.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna back out. I want mine done really bad. I'm just gonna be like, do my not favorite boob, my small boob, do that one first because I really will go through with the second one.
Sure. The second one I heard hurts less because
Less?
or is it more?
I thought it was more because you know what to expect and you're like, but maybe the adrenaline does. I don't know. I'm just like, whatever happens, just do my least favorite boob first so that I really follow through with the last one.
Yeah. Well, some people just do one. Or is that more of a guy thing?
Well, no, I know plenty of women who only have one.
Really?
I don't know. It's not always. Some of it's a scared reason, and other of it's just
Yeah.
to do one.
Okay.
It would be me. That would be me.
Just one. Walking around with one.
You're like, this one's bigger, so I bedazzled this one.
Just a little something extra.
Just a little make it work.
A little razzle dazzle.
Oh my god, I love that so
Yeah.
much.
No.
Okay, so my next question is, what are you thinking about, or when you think about your next session in the studio, what does that look like after we've done 6 already? What would you do?
So the one that I really want to do here,
Or not in the studio, I should say, but anywhere you want.
so we've been talking.
Okay, yes.
We've
yes.
been talking about the kitchen.
Yep, we're
That's
doing
a
that. It is
huge one.
We're doing it.
I want
which
the
is going to
kitchen
be
one.
a couple session
Couple session
in your kitchen.
in my kitchen.
We're doing it.
Yes.
This is the hold me to it. We're gonna get it scheduled.
It's happening.
I was thinking we should do it the night before your party,
Yeah, we could.
like the Friday before your party.
My in-laws are going to be at my house.
Oh.
That's okay.
Excuse me. Can you guys go by the campfire?
Go outside for
It's
an
fine.
hour.
And do not peek in the windows. Do you need anything? I'll bring your food out. I'll bring
stay
your
out
drinks
there.
out. I'll bring you toilet paper.
Yeah. It's a big yard. Have at it.
Find a corner.
Yeah.
Maybe not then. I don't think we could just push everybody out. It'll be a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe the
We'll
week
find
before
something.
or the week after. Which the week before is coming.
Yeah.
Where's June
It
gone?
could be another birthday thing.
It's almost not Gemini season anymore.
Yeah, we got a week and a half.
Left of
Because
Gemini
it's what, the
season?
21st? I fall right at the end.
Are you
I'm a
still in
cusper.
Gemini?
Yeah, I'm a cusper.
Oh,
I'm a cuspy.
that's all right.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that means.
You're like in the last.
No, I know that you're like about
Okay.
almost
Yeah,
a
I'm
flip,
like-
but
I'm
I don't
like-
know what that means for
don't know.
people's like zodiacs. I don't know what
Yeah,
that
I don't
means,
know.
but
I have a few friends that talk about it a lot, and I look at them, it's just like glazes over.
yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, I love you. I know that I'm a Gemini, and no, I'm not two-faced like everybody says.
yeah, that's
There's
not-
far more to it than that.
Yeah.
I do think multiple different ways about every situation,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and get analysis paralysis more than anybody I know.
I've never heard that phrase.
Really?
Analysis
Yeah.
paralysis?
So like, here's the option. I could do it this way and this would happen, but if I do it this way, that'll happen. However, I could not commit to either of those and then do like my
and
brain.
you just get stuck?
Yes.
Wow, I've never heard that phrase.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
What it is. Paralysis
I like
through
it.
analysis. I mean, it is what it is,
I
right?
love it. I love it. Yeah. Yep, I think, yeah, the kitchen, and then I really want to do the rain room.
Oh, speaking of rain room, I don't even know if I want to go through
Setting it
rain
up
room.
again.
I don't know. I do want to. I
Yeah.
want to do rain room for sure. I feel like I can find a location where I can run the water through, like in a garage or a warehouse or something, and do
Yeah.
it like full flash dance kind of style.
Sure, I'm sure.
Where I don't have to focus on. I mean, it works fine, but then I have to literally fight the weather. I have to fight the wind.
Yeah.
Which the photographs were beautiful,
Amazing.
so good.
Yeah.
However, I had to fight the wind
Okay.
with the curtains. So, what if I find so at the Auto Ranch, you know that one garage that they had? Mm-hmm. Even just a Quonset garage like that,
Yeah.
with the water draped across, like find 2 things to hook it to and just run them back, and then do it there. I can still build the base
could
to build
find
up water.
something.
There's got to be somebody somewhere that will lend me their garage.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it. And then, which would be a little bit less work
Yeah.
with much more freedom to move
Right.
and not fighting the weather. So the weather, if it was a rain day or if it was a bad day or if it was a windy day, it doesn't matter. I just need my 2 lights and the lights from the back and the lights from the front, and that's it.
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
Something to look for.
I need to bring back the rain room this year.
Rain rooms.
Need to make it to the auto ranch this year. And I don't know what else.
Are you doing another wildflowers?
Potentially. That one was
great. That was
really
what
amazing.
I was supposed to do.
Oh, yes.
But then I moved and I was like, hey, can we reschedule? Mm-hmm. And then it turned into a full session.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
The wildflowers looks like it would be fun.
It was really fun. And everybody's session was so different because there was so much property and so many places to go. That's where I'm going for this session this weekend.
With the bed?
With the bed, which is right by the door.
It's gonna be so cool.
Has not even been put together yet.
Oh, it's going to be so cool.
I've not organized how I'm even getting it there. But yes, so this weekend, putting a bed together, white sheets, linens, like the curtains draped from the 4-post bed.
Right.
And it's going to be out with a field over here and trees over here and high grass over here and June, spring flowers, maybe spring flowers.
So pretty.
Or no flowers. I'm okay if there's no flowers either.
Yeah, if it
but
all
she
greened
said
up.
if she had a few extra flowers, she's going to throw them in there. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like a bed in the middle of nowhere kind of vibes.
Fun.
Who doesn't want that?
Fantasy.
This has been in my brain for so long.
It's like not Sleeping Beauty. What's the other one?
Snow White? No.
No, it is Sleeping Beauty. Not Snow White. Sleeping Beauty is Princess Aurora, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's out in the woods.
Just
That's
waiting.
the vibe I get. Sleeping Beauty.
I'll have to get a Sleeping Beauty picture.
Just the pose
I think it's like this.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, you're right. It's like that. Yep.
Yes.
You'll have to totally do that.
I love that.
Somebody will sneak it in, I'm sure, just for funsies.
Yeah. God, I'm really excited about it. But it's getting to the last minute. But the images are going to be so good, and I do all my best work in the last minute.
Just scramble.
Just going
Get it
for
done.
I think putting the bed together is going to be the wildest part. I read some of the reviews, and I was like, okay, well, I can't put it together before I get there. So, what do I got to get there? 5 a.m.?
Yeah, what time are you starting
And
shooting?
then I'm literally, what am I going to do with this bed after? I think I'm going to give it to my daughter and bring it downstairs and put it in her bedroom.
Yeah. There you go.
Now she has a new bed frame.
She'll love it.
It'd be great.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
I had a canopy bed as a child, and I thought it was amazing.
Oh, yeah, and I
We just did like the hanging one from the ceiling.
Oh, yes.
Like that thing, and then I draped it over. I loved that when I was a kid.
I did that in my last house. I did curtains all the way around my bed, and I don't care what anybody says. That shit is so good.
Comfy.
So cozy. You want to read in there. You want to spend time in there.
Nook it
you
up.
want to do stuff in there. It's great. It's a great place.
Have some fun.
Yeah. So we know what you're going to do for your next session.
Because we always need more.
Always. I know.
Always.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for the kitchen one. I think that's going to be the best one. So when it comes to your session, is there anything that shocked you? When you did photo shoots in the studio, was there any one thing that surprised you or shocked you or made you feel a type of way, like, that you didn't expect to feel?
Comfortable.
Yeah.
It didn't take long. It was like that first session was really a lot of time was spent getting to know you and Erin and talking and all of that during the hair and makeup process.
Right.
And I was nervous. I was like, I'm going to be walking around half naked in front of people that, and at that point, not feeling great about your body and not really feeling like it's yours again and all of that. And
there's no way you can come out of having a baby and know who you are after that.
Yeah, you're just kind of
like things had happened to me that day.
Yeah, and you got so used to people being up in your business.
I became a mother overnight.
And,
like now I have a permanent attachment.
Now it's just attached at all times, and you have no autonomy
to
yourself. So then having the autonomy in front of people.
Yes.
Because, and I don't know the first thing about how to pose for stuff like this.
Right.
So I'm just like, can you tell me what to do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to do
Help
here.
me.
Directions, please.
Yeah.
And just how easy it was to be comfortable.
Yes.
It did not take long at all. And then now this last time I'm just walking around completely nude.
Nobody needs the bathroom. After session, I have a private bathroom for everyone to go to. And by the end of some people session 1 because they're just, great. Like they just they're like, oh, I had babies, I've done this, I don't even care. But otherwise, it's like after 1 or 2 sessions, nobody uses the bathroom anymore. Nobody's going to waste their photo shoot time to walk all the way back there and change when they can do it right here.
Yep.
Right on the spot. What are we doing? Strip it down.
Yep.
It's a funny transition, but it's also like I think like they feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
And so like I'm giggling, I'm like, but I'm also like, what a good feeling.
Yeah. It's just the same as being in my bedroom at home.
Right.
You know, I have zero issue walking from the bathroom to my closet completely naked.
Yeah.
I walk completely naked across this room.
Yeah.
You know?
We do have the curtains closed, but the door's locked.
Which, whatever. Even at that point,
welcome.
it's already here. We're here. We're doing it.
So what would you say he thinks? What has he thought? What is his experience? Obviously, you guys did a photo shoot together.
Yeah.
And I got to know him a little bit, and it was joking, and it was fun, and it was, but what is his side?
He was nervous coming into it just because at least our first session in general wasn't that. I already had some groundwork. I already knew you guys.
Right.
Had established that kind of relationship. So it was more comfortable for him right off the bat, just knowing that I know you guys.
Right.
But he was still kind of like on edge about, I mean, you have to get the photos that you want, you have to connect. You have to get in that zone of what you're doing.
Right. And I try to talk fast enough and to let you don't think about it. Okay, put your nose on his neck, or okay, now you do this, like the direction enough, and all you have to do is shut the brain off and just do the thing.
Right.
Okay, great. Next.
And it gets
don't do it.
It gets hard. Well, that's the thing. You start to get in the zone, especially when you're in a certain setting for a longer period of time. You kind of like, I mean, for me, it was when we were like the first photos on the couch. I was just kind of like,
oh, like when he came above you, or when you were on his lap?
When he came above me, and I was just kind of like, oh my gosh. It's weird. We're in front of people. What's happening? You know, and he was just like, and the ones where he picked me up, and he was just kind of like, I have to do this in front of people, and I had to tell him, like, just don't worry about it. Just don't get out of your head. Focus on you and I. It's fine. And I had shown him a couple other photos from other couple sessions that you guys had done. You had just done
Snyder couple.
Yep, right before us. Like, not long before us.
Okay.
So their photos had like just come out within like the month, and I was able to show those to him, and he was like, okay, I see it, I get it, I understand what we're going for here. And I was like, yes, just like think of it as we're at home and it's our normal everyday. I was like, you know, and
I say the Snyder couple because they did a full release. Everybody knows who they are. Like, I would never talk about anybody if they didn't share their name, if they weren't okay with that, if they didn't sign the release that says, yes, you're absolutely welcome to share X, Y, and Z. So, disclaimer.
Right.
It's no secret.
Thank you.
And it would never, and anybody who I've photographed that is a secret, you'll never know.
Yep.
It's locked down, it's locked tight, and we don't talk about it.
Yep.
I almost forget they exist, which is sad.
Yeah.
But I just don't go back to their file after it's done. Yep. It's delivered, it's done, and then when I'm going through and I'm counting sessions or have something to talk about, I'm like, oh yeah, my gosh.
These were
because
great.
You zip it, you lock it, and you throw the key away. Because just to respect and honor those people.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
And so with him too, seeing kind of the after, because, you know, we left for a little bit, came back to look and choose our images.
Yes.
And even he had a hard time choosing some of them. And when we had left and we had gotten home, he, as a guy, I mean, he has body dysmorphia issues.
Yeah.
He's always kind of looked at himself like he's insecure about his size because he's a shorter guy. You know, he's 5'7" and 140 pounds his whole life.
Right.
You know? He struggles to gain weight and gain muscle no matter how hard he goes to the gym, stuff like that. So he has a little bit of body dysmorphia and
some insecurities, like and you're allowed to. Men are allowed to feel a type of way and to have those feelings.
An extremely fit, extremely attractive man, and I couldn't fathom how he could feel that way.
Right.
Even as his wife.
And imagine that same situation in reverse.
Right.
Like we do this to other people, but then we're like,
right. But it's internal within him.
Yeah.
He can uplift me and give me 100 compliments in a day and still feel that way about himself. So when he got to see those photos, and specifically the one where he picked me up and he could see his back.
Yes.
He was like, wow, like, okay, I actually do see something
Yes.
there. Because he had at that time been really working hard and he'd been putting a lot of focus in. And to see the benefit of
Right.
it and to see that, oh my gosh, it is doing something and
Yeah.
to feel good about it. It was really refreshing to see him be happy about something
Yeah.
like that, despite, like, I can tell him all the time, you look great. Yes, I see the progress, or yes, this. And he can take his videos at the gym.
And then we think they're just telling us, and you're
Right.
not agree.
But
Yeah,
nope,
that's your job, honey.
He
Like,
had it too.
good.
Yep, he
but I'm
had it
glad that
too.
he felt it. And I forgot that we did the we did the
Adam
image,
Levine?
yeah, where he's standing there and you reach up and you cover.
Yeah, the Adam Levine.
I forgot that
photo.
we did that.
The other one's a little spicy. We'll cover it. But we did that guy.
Yeah, that was so fun. I also think to another moment in the video where he was like, when you were on the couch.
No.
Yeah, I'm not even to that part, or not the couch. We were on this bed. He's over here, and like, so
Oh, yeah,
in the
yeah,
video that we made, we don't do video in the studio anymore, but when we made that video, he was like standing like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, he looks so ripped, but he also looks so adorable and
He's
so
doing his
in
little dance
love.
thing.
And then I was like, finish her. And the video was so funny. Like the amount of fun that we had during that session, but also when I show the video to people, I only show it as a way of like, here's what your session will look like and feel like. Here's what we did the whole time, laughing, joking, being completely ridiculous. And that's what helps the guys kind of, oh, okay, so we're not like,
Right.
No, we're loose. We're hanging.
Having fun. If you're not
Yeah.
relaxed,
Yes.
your photos are going to show that. They
Yes.
100% will. Just relax.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
And then the moment where she's like, oh God, that was, what did I say exactly? So she's kind of sitting on the bed, like,
You told me to
Like
lift,
this?
like pop my tush or something.
no.
didn't you?
I said, part your lips.
Oh, that's.
And then you go,
That's what you said.
and then I was like, not those. And then you start laughing. You're like, I thought you said pop your tush.
Yeah.
And it was like the most, I feel like I need to go get that and make a reel out of it.
Absolutely.
And put it on, because that is the funniest
Absolutely.
thing. Iconic, like, just in the moment, I was like, that's what I said. But you were just, no questions asked.
I was in robot
you
mode.
lifted your butt, and I was like, you didn't even question it. Just went for it.
I take orders, okay?
Oh, but you're doing the thing. I'm like,
That's what
turn
I
your
do.
brain off. Let me tell you what to do.
I
And you're
take
like, okay,
orders.
I'm doing it.
And I heard pop your tush. It just so happened that you said part your lips.
And the way that worked together
And
was,
then I lift.
because all I wanted her to do was just let her lips stop touching. Very gently, very softly, just part her lips on her face.
These
And
ones.
These ones. So funny.
ones.
Oh my God. So that's like an iconic moment. And at the end of her video is all the bloopers from that day. And
There was a lot.
yeah, it was good. It was
There
a
was a lot.
really good time.
Yeah, that was fun. That was just a really chill day.
Yes.
Really fun.
So
Yeah.
he felt good.
Yes.
He felt
He felt good about himself after the fact. And
so
yeah,
good.
it was uplifting for him to see himself like that. Yeah.
And I really think that after, I don't get a lot of men coming into the studio to be photographed. However, once they're in the studio for couple sessions, I do get them, most of them, to take a solo shot and feel good.
Yeah.
And I think, and some of those solo shots, for those who have shared, is inspiring other guys. I'm not getting a lot of bookings, but I get a lot of inquiries every time I share. And that maybe they're not at that step yet, or maybe they just don't, because some people also think that, or I would say some men also think, or masculine presenting people also think that it's almost weak if they celebrate themselves, or it's almost weak or would be frowned upon if they took a nice picture of themselves in that way. And I don't think it's the newer generation of people. I think it's more of the, older, like maybe like 30s and up.
Yeah.
I don't think that the insecurity is different. I think the insecurities are definitely the same, but how we process and handle them.
Right.
I think about all the time, like that uncle or that man in our life who always joked about how bald and fat they were. It was almost like, if I say it, nobody will say it to me.
Right.
And I can joke about it. We already know that every day they thought about that.
Taking ownership of the insecurity.
Right.
Yeah.
And so every day, that's just, we don't have to say that, but they said it because they thought it and they felt it, and that's hard.
Yeah.
And I really hope that And I already know, like, when I post the men's images, I get more inquiries. I still get bookings. They're not as much. Like, the ratio to inquiry to booking is much lower,
Right.
but they're testing the waters. They're putting their foot in. They're getting the details and the information.
It's a
And
step.
it's also an investment.
Yes.
So when people don't, like, a lot of men don't understand or make sense of can't make sense of the price, or like can't,
Right.
you know, and that's fine. There's no judgment. But when they're ready, it will make so much sense.
Right.
And there's always Black Friday or like whatever deal, if there's like
the
a
best
something.
time to try
so
it.
good.
Honestly.
Oh, so good. But yeah, it's been really amazing because I started this business only photographing women.
Yeah.
And then I started doing couples. And that really opened the door. I still get people calling trying to do some scandalous shit on a phone call.
Really?
Yeah, I just had one not too long ago.
Ugh.
They were trying to get me say this certain phrase.
Yeah.
I kid you not. This is my life.
Yuck.
Because I'm a boudoir photographer, I want to sit and listen to these scenarios that you have to tell me. Like, wait, like begged me to not hang up. Wait, I just want to tell you one more thing. And then me and my wife want to XYZ, and this is how I tell her when she dresses this way. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? And it's like, if you want to book a session, go to this page, see if you like that. Like, it happens. It happens.
Full body ick.
So that's hard. It's hard because then I try not to associate that with just men in general.
Yes.
I try not to, because I love what Luke has said about his session.
Yeah.
I love now knowing what Martin feels like in his session. Like, it's really cool.
I think Luke is a really good person to advocate for a men's photo shoot.
Yeah. I've been trying to get him back in here.
He emulates what this is so well.
And he has such a masculine vibe, but a feminine, soft nature. And you can see emotion and feeling in his photographs that it looks like, you know, it's easy to let out. Regardless, I don't know if it is for him, but he just makes you feel good and safe, but also,
he's got those teddy bear eyes. He does. He's got teddy bear eyes,
So much
but
fun.
Everything else.
Yeah, and their session was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And like, I've been talking to both of them about one coming on the pod, talking about their
surprised
experience.
They haven't yet.
I think they're
for sure.
busy. I think they've been really busy, but also getting him back in for one full solo that I can capture. Like, here's how I want to capture you, but then how do you want to be captured? And I really want to dive in and get what he would want out of it.
They're so magnetic together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're so drawn into their images. It's insane.
The eyes in both of them.
They have.
And their connection to each other in those.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Go check it out. If you haven't been on the website, like literally go check it out. There's a couples tab in the beauty and boudoir section of the website. See it there. You're gonna see Emily there too. And but yeah. So, This is
fun.
So good. And okay, so you also brought with is that your other favorite? What's your favorite product that you've gotten from your session?
Honestly, it's the crystal album.
Okay, the crystal album.
And mainly, one, I just, it's she's sturdy, right?
She's sturdy.
She's sturdy.
She's shiny.
Put that down. Okay.
She's got genuine leather in the back.
Yeah, and she's just so beautiful, and she can be on full display at my leisure. Like, oh, you want something fun and playful? Sure, I can open it to that. Oh, you want it to be pretty modest?
But also the shot
pretty.
on the beginning is very, very gorgeous. It's like cover of a book.
It's
you
wonderful.
also know that if you read that book, more stuff's inside.
Right.
So if you didn't want to, you're not going to.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous shot right
There's
off.
layers to this.
And you know it when you look.
I do love this.
Yes.
The Folio box is also great. It's beautiful to have displayed. So when my closet is done, it's going to have its own section in my closet. And then I can just rotate.
So the Folio box is a leatherette album, handmade in a castle in Italy. Like, shipped to me.
Beautiful.
So good. With leatherette, though, which some people do really appreciate. And then it's got an open front. So the images inside of there are
It's got like
8 by 12 images in 11 by 14 mats. Hold on 1 second. So it's like this big. And so let's say it's a 20 image album. All the images are stacked in there. You pull up the little string and you can get them all out, or you rotate your favorite one through the front and just use it as a display box. But also those matte prints are ready to be framed if you choose to like make a collage, or that white matte lean against the wall look on like the rails that you can get. What are they called? Shelves? Just
like
floating
a picture shelf.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Folio box is really popular as well. Like, it's 50-50 when it comes to album or Folio box. But yeah, people really love that option of display, and the images are big.
Yeah.
They're big. You can't hide them, you know,
No.
but you only show one at a time, which is really fun too.
Yeah. I've always had it in my closet.
Yeah.
Because it's for me. You know? Doesn't need to go in my living room. And then I've never really had space in our bedroom to put it. But now, with our
You just
remodel,
remodeled, right?
Yeah, we're still in the middle of it. So once the closet is done, I know it'll have a spot in the closet. But if I want to put it out on the dresser, I think I'll be able to. Out in the room. I don't know. We'll see. It'll have
Remodeling is tough.
It's hard. We finished the bathroom except for painting.
Because you removed something to make a bigger bedroom, right?
Yeah, so we have a 5-bedroom, and it was 3 bedrooms upstairs, but the master was so small. Like, I couldn't even put my bed together in there. We have a king size like bed set.
Yeah.
And we can just put the mattress in, because it would drive me absolutely bonkers if I put the headboard on and it blocked part of the window.
Yeah.
Oh, that would drive me nuts.
That happened to me in every room I've ever had. Is nothing is equal or something is covered, and I'm like,
windows.
one day I'm just gonna live in a house where the bed fits perfectly in between.
That's what, fingers crossed.
What a dream, right?
Oh, fingers crossed that's what happens. We measured, but we don't know exactly how thick the walls are that we're removing.
Yeah.
So it's a gamble. It's going to be a tight squeeze, but I think the bed will fit between the 2 windows when we knock down the wall.
You'll be able to display things a little bit differently. Maybe.
Yes, I'll have a nice, big, beautiful bedroom.
Gorgeous.
With all my stuff.
Exciting.
But the viewfinder, so this is my Coven Minis collection in here.
Let me look. I
I'm
gotta
pretty sure.
remember. You have that backwards, my friend.
It is backwards, isn't it? Yeah, this is Coven.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Here. It's Coven.
Okay, so Coven Minis. So what we did was we went out into the woods, and the vibe was just witchy. Like witchy, kind of coven-y, witchy, or spooky vibes. But everybody still went witchy with it. They had the option to go other ways.
Right.
So you are wearing a lace robe, or was that the bodysuit?
I have on the ribbed bodysuit with lace sleeves.
Yes, lace sleeves, fishnets.
Yes.
Oh, what a vibe. Oh my gosh. And the one where you were the llama and the panda
Yes.
head, her and her friend did. Oh my gosh.
Wore the giant animal heads.
Okay, and then, shot straight from the top with the tarot cards like spread out and the little knife there. So good. I wonder if...
These were fun.
Oh, a little smoke at the end.
Yep.
Little smoke sesh. Oh, and then one of them where you had the candle and the full robe on.
Yeah.
Which was very witchy.
With the head, too. We took a
I'm
couple
trying to
of
see
those.
if I can put this on the camera.
Yeah, we should try that.
I'm going to try this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if it works.
If you, like, hold it up to the view. Does it work?
Oh, I'm working in reverse here. Oh, can I? Oh, close.
Almost there?
I can see 2 blurry heads and 2 bodies, and that's it. It won't focus. Let me see if I click on it. Yes!
It's getting it? No way.
Oh, I'm screaming into the mic. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, now I gotta put the focus back on you again. Yeah, so that's it. I didn't swipe because I didn't know it was gonna pop up or not, but probably would have been all safer than what we showed with the
sure.
Adam Levine style photograph.
Yeah, that's not, yeah.
Oh, so good. Oh, that picture made it to Facebook, and Instagram denied it instantly, which I thought was very, very strange because
The panda,
the hand one. I think it got denied eventually anyways, but I mean, I'm so banned on the social media, on the business page.
It's so hard.
It doesn't matter if I set, if there's even the shape of a bum now, I just get flagged. Even if I keep so tasteful and so
even if there's no like crack.
Yes.
Ugh.
It's like a leggy shot and it gets
Come on,
banned.
guys.
It's a bummer.
Get with the times.
Okay.
You can literally be nude in Europe and nobody cares.
Yes. Yes.
Stop it.
Okay, so let's say, so for somebody you were thinking about, maybe if you think about your friend who said they're mowing the lawn right now.
Excuse you.
They are mowing the...
Sir.
We are busy. Okay, well, now you're going to hear lawnmower sounds. So we better wrap this up pretty quickly. Okay, if you had advice for somebody who was thinking about it, on the fence, what would you say?
Get out of your head. Stop thinking about it so much. The more you think about it, the more excuses you're going to come up with, the more critiques you're going to come up with. If your gut is telling you you want to do it, trust your gut.
Yes.
You give that gift to yourself. You know, it's not for anybody else. It's for you.
Yeah.
And if you're drawn to it, it's for a reason.
Yes.
If you're feeling that desire to click that link, to look at that picture, to go to that Facebook page, if you're going through those steps to start that investigation, this is something that's drawing you in.
Yeah.
And it's drawing you in for a reason.
Yeah. Stop saying no to you.
Right.
Stop saying no. And this is what 2024 is for me. Anything that comes to my mind and my heart this year, I've thought about it last year. I thought about it when I'm doing it.
Yep.
Whatever, that's what the rain room was, but that was last year still. But that's what the last mini session was, the Audrey minis. That's what this new bed, flowing sheets, that like, yes, I went on a blind date for the first time. Like, I'm not saying no anymore. No. I mean, maybe it's minimal things, okay?
Some things
you have to ask me first. Yeah, but some things require a no.
Some things are a no.
I'm a yes, and I'm a yes man right now, yes lady right now, but not in the no boundaries kind of way, but in the I want to be free and I want to live while I'm alive.
Make your choice.
Kind of a way. Yeah. So that's super exciting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Now I'm going to share some fun details because the podcast launched. Well, first of all, thank you. It's so much fun.
Of course.
You were like, I'm listening to the podcast. You're in it. You're here.
Yes.
You're on it. You've done so many amazing sessions. You've invited friends. Like you're an advocate for your experience. Not for me, but for your experience. And you want other people genuinely to have that too.
I can't say that it would be any different if it had been, another photography studio in town.
Right.
I would still be the experience.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said about what you do bring to that, obviously. Like there's a reason
a lot of
that
amazing
I come
photographers
back to you.
Yeah, you've had an experience and
you take the time to learn things about the person and to keep them feeling comfortable. So coming back to you, it's not a blank slate every time. You care, you remember things.
Yes.
So it's like, you're coming back and I may have met you in a professional setting and paying for a service and doing all of that.
I just got invited to her birthday. Yeah. Or no, anniversary.
Yeah. And now
we're friends now.
Now it's a friendship.
It's friendship.
It's turned into that over this whole time.
I
so
love
it's
that.
like, there's that loyalty aspect to it, of course, but then there's just like, I can't deny the product that I'm getting.
Yeah.
It's like when I do want to like go into the relationship in the professional setting for the service.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But we're so comfortable. Like the last session, we talked for like 45 minutes while I was getting my hair
about like dating and like wild stuff and like
all sorts of crazy stuff. We were just sitting there.
Yeah.
Shooting the shit, having a good time.
I love that.
Yeah, it was just great.
But it even if there was an edge, it's gone. Like I don't feel like it would come with much for anxiety to a session anymore. But like, even if the anxiety of the day or anxiety of the work week or whatever that.
Yeah, what's happening in that moment, whatever
it's gone.
Yeah.
Sir. He's weed whacking now. Okay, we got to get to the deets because he ain't leaving. And he's not going anywhere. Why today?
And why at 7:30?
Probably because it's hot. But why pick today? All right. Anyway, I'll have a great yard at my studio. It'll be phenomenal.
Beautiful.
I want to talk about some of the stats because I've been sharing the milestones. The podcast went out 2 days ago. When I shared the podcast with people and made the social medias, I had 100 and some people liking the page instantly from my friends groups, from my friends sharing. Like, this has been so powerful and so beautiful, and it's growing consistently. And the program that I used to put the podcast out into the world, it took me 20 minutes, an hour for the accepted, but 20 minutes to get it on Apple, Spotify, to get it on all the streaming platforms, plus 10 other ones that I'd never even heard about.
Right.
iHeartRadio, I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. But like that was the first one who accepted me. Boom, pushed it right out. And I was like, okay, I love you, radio. Nice. But it's been really cool. It's been cool to see my friends and people connecting and vibing. And then I get an email like, congratulations, you have 10 plays. Congratulations, you have 25 plays. And I keep like, I'm sharing every one because like celebrating your wins and something I was so passionate about this podcast a year ago, maybe even more than a year ago because it's June now. Yeah. Oh, a year and a half minimum.
Yeah.
And I just didn't do it. I was like, if it's that fun and that exciting, it can go over here because I've got work to do.
Didn't prioritize it.
Yeah, because it was fun. And that's what we do in this world. We say, if I'm loving it, I'm having a good time with it, and it would bring me joy. That's not work. No, that is work. That can be your work. You can love it, have fun with it, and that's so great. But now I get stats. So I'm going to talk about stats. I'm going to try to talk about the stats as I go on so people can see how it's growing where people are coming from. So I'm not going to, let's see here. Let me refresh. So I got 38 downloads. That means I'm 12 away from 50. It's been 2 days.
And in what setting are they downloading?
I think I don't know if that means plays or download. I don't know what download specifically means, but at least it's been played that many times. Or because I don't have mine set up to download to my phone.
Does it say what platform the downloads
are
on?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is all within the last 2 days because that's when the launch was. 2 different countries. The United States and Japan. We hit Japan right away somehow. It's so cool.
And 2 in Japan, right?
2 listens. Whether that be the intro and the first episode. It could be the same person.
Okay.
But 2 listens and the rest. So Spotify right now is getting 39% of the listens.
Nice.
Which I thought that was shocking. I thought Apple was going to be the one. But apparently it's not.
I'm a Spotify lady.
Yeah. What is so good? What do you love about it? Do you have Apple?
I don't pay for. I mean,
but you have an Apple phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to pay for the podcast on there. It's free.
You don't. Mm-mm. Well, that's just I don't pay attention to.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, you pay for everything else with Apple.
I pay for Spotify Premium.
Okay.
Already. Like Martin and I have a duo plan, and then I upgraded it to the family plan, so my grandma could have it.
Grandma.
Yeah, she had to listen to books and podcasts and stuff like that.
She needs her murder mysteries.
Yeah, I needed her to have it, so I upgraded to a family plan, but. I've just always had Spotify.
Yeah.
I like the interface for it.
Yeah. I get so confused when I'm on there. I don't know. And I was listening on there, but I was like, I need to go back here. I need to know how to read the show notes. I don't know how to save the this and that.
Right.
So like, I used it before. And then I went from Spotify, found every podcast that I was listening to on Apple and switched over completely.
See, and people are very much one or the other.
Yeah.
There's not like somebody that does both.
You know what I think? It's a brain waves. Like this is how my brain works, so I'm on this one. For me personally. But when I get on Spotify, it's so cluttered in there, I don't know what's happening.
Oh, I have so much in there. I'm like so far in
that
you're
I committed.
Can't get out. I can't. If I get out, I'm going to lose everything.
And obviously, I use Spotify for certain things like music and stuff if something's not working out. But like, I have the app.
I think it was at the time I joined it, it was like when you were leaving Pandora because like honestly, who listens to Pandora?
That's when I joined Spotify too. Like I actually want to click the song and listen now.
Right.
But you can't even do that anymore.
On Spotify? Yeah, you can.
As behind a paywall?
Yeah, so I have the
it's behind the paywall.
I have everything with it, but it's like, you know, it comes with everything.
I mean, Apple Music, but Apple Podcasts is not.
Can you
Apple
listen
Music.
to books in Apple? Audiobooks. Spotify Premium has audio.
I know. See, I know the paywall on everything is real good, but I don't know about that. But anyways, like this isn't like one's better than the other. Like I was just shocked at how many were for Spotify, and I get in there. My personal experience is I'm just a little overwhelmed when I'm in there, and I don't like. I made a playlist one day, and I couldn't choose which song would play, and I was like, is that behind the paywall too, or is that just in general?
Point. No, because I can choose whatever I want whenever I want.
Yeah, I
thought you could too with the free. I thought
you used to be able to.
Yeah,
unless I'm just not understanding.
Maybe
for some reason, but yeah, I'm just like I can't. Yeah, I can't do it. But anyways, Spotify's got 39%, and when I asked on the social medias like which one, Spotify was like boom, 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 boom. It's up there. Like people love it. I needed to give it another try and figure it out. Apple Podcasts is second with 18%. And then what I never expected to see was web browser. Like people just doing it through the web browser, 10%, Facebook 10%. So, and then iHeartRadio. So I don't know what the Facebook means though. Did they come in through, is there some way?
It's not uploaded to Facebook, right?
No. YouTube has the video. So if you're a video kind of person and you want to watch it that way, go subscribe to the YouTube anyways. Boost us up. But the videos are there on the YouTube page. But yeah, I don't know how the Facebook counts or if it's just a linked. They found it through there and linked in that way.
Yeah. The click path.
But yeah, so it's really cool all the things that it tells me, like new locations: Eden Prairie, Minnesota, Missouri. That one wasn't there earlier. So Tokyo, Breckenridge, like it's just hits all these spots in Minnesota, North Dakota. And then we're hitting Japan and Missouri, which is a new state. Let's see if it tells anything else. Episode downloads, apps and devices. Oh, it tells me if people are listening from their phone. Oh. Or if they're listening. Oh, yeah. 52% of the people listening are iPhone users.
Okay.
Out of the mobile. 84% of the listeners are mobile listeners.
Okay. I guess that could play into how
so
you
cool.
Curate your content on how it's
I think so. It just gives
with
you
the device.
like it doesn't say
Sure.
It doesn't say Susan listened with her,
right,
which would be way creepy.
Yeah,
but I'm sure the info's there, but it's not for me.
Data log.
But 80% mobile versus 15%.
Do you have an Instagram for the podcast already?
Okay. I do. I launched it all up.
That.
I also, so anyway, those are fun facts. Locations. Top viewing location is Minneapolis with 7. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. That makes me wonder who's there.
Yeah.
Moorhead,
on a vacation.
like Minnesota, Fargo, all the way to my hometown. Like so cool. It's really amazing to look at all this kind of stuff. And like next is a Patreon. So I'm really excited about that because I think every podcast needs a Patreon. People want to support the podcast. There's fun perks to it. I'm going to create logos on stickers. I'm going to create some t-shirts. I'm really excited about that. And then, have the different tiers of like how you can support the podcast. And it's going to be really fun to watch it grow because right now I'm recording with my iPhone.
Yep.
Soon I'll want to be able to record with, like other things. And I try to keep my boudoir money in the boudoir place and like cash flow everything that I do. So, I mean, support in people who want to show up that way, get certain things. There's going to be behind the scenes episodes. Yeah. There's going to be extended episodes, maybe where I cut off that whole last half because it got a little wild. Woo! But you can watch it in this one. So I think that's going to be really great. And then there's going to be live streaming. So eventually, I want this to be live streamed. I have the program for it. I have everything for it so that people can comment in real time.
Yep.
So, but I feel like that's going to be funneled through a certain place too. Because
Twitch or whatever.
Well, yeah, and through the Patreon because I edit videos.
There's
like if something goes wrong, you edit. But those who get to see it in real time, I want to know that they're OG good, like they really want to be here kind of people.
They're paying attention.
I don't get to edit what you heard in real time either. So like, but
you might get the intel on that stuff.
Like, nobody heard that. But yeah, so lots of big things are coming. The Patreon's already set up. It's just inactive currently because I haven't mapped out all the tiers and got all the things in there.
Got to get it all
But I'm excited because every single podcast that I follow, like the Dating Detectives or
the Dating Detectives.
Joanna Angel and Small Hands have one called Just the Tips.
Oh boy.
Do you know who that is?
No. But the name.
We know. But anyway.
Oh boy.
Like they have it's so much fun and I love diving deeper into the podcast that I love the most.
You have to tell me who that is.
It's called Just the Tips. They are stars in this world. Do you know who Hawk Hates You is?
No.
Am I just like a different part of the world here?
You must be.
Well, Pornhub, etc. All the details. But it's
okay.
So listen to it. It's so fun. Okay, there's some parts of it where I'm like, oh,
I'm following.
That's deeper than I have ever, but like
followed.
Fun.
Okay.
I also found some other ones, but honestly,
not at work.
I feel like I already bared my soul a little bit here. Showing my ass a little.
It's fine.
Not the first time.
No, it's fine.
But yeah. Anyways, the mowing's done and all that, but also we got to wrap this up because she got to pee. Okay, so thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
It's fun. Yes. I love getting to connect with you. I'm so excited that I get to see you at your place in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be so fun.
And reach out. So every podcast that comes out is going to have a photo on the social media, on the Facebook or Instagram or wherever, TikTok also. And if you have something to comment, if you want to say something, if you want to connect with me through the podcast or the guests through the podcast, go on the social media and write underneath it. Yep. Ask a question if you have it. Like, I think the fun of building something like this is the connection. Like, not only do I want more people to take the session and do the session that they've been thinking about, I want the community and I want the connection that comes with things like this. And I think this is a key ingredient that's been on my heart and missing from what I've been looking for. So get in there, get on your favorite social media, comment in there, like, follow, support, subscribe.
All of it.
All the things.
I can't imagine anybody that's choosing to be on the podcast with you would have an issue with somebody reaching out.
No, I don't think so. And I think it doesn't even have to be personal.
Right.
It can all be through there and be like, hey, Emily, when you said this, I thought of this. And just do it through the post. Yeah. And I'm sure everybody's going to be excited for the launch of their podcast. So you're going to be like,
watching it.
Yeah. So get in there, get connected, have a conversation. And We'll see you next time. This is the Take Up Some Damn Space podcast. Bye.
Bye. You're so cute.
You're so cute.
You're adorbs.
Oh, we did a whole hour.